Thank you. You were on episode 1 of Space Uncover, and now you're on episode 4 of Spotlight Moments. This is awesome to have you back.
Thanks for featuring us.
So Spotlight Moments is where we put the spotlight on designers for a brief moment, and this is going to be your moment to shine here at Trulioo, and I'm already so excited about what I'm seeing. It's
amazing.
incredible.
Yeah, well, I'll jump right in.
Yes.
So Trulioo, like many, started their journey during the pandemic. Their entire goal was to motivate people back into the office and encourage people to collaborate and get in front of each other. We were designing the office for people who had never met each other, so that was a really interesting challenge. So we did a deep dive engagement with a lot of staff, surveys, and the top 3 themes that were uncovered was 1, privacy and acoustics. So as we walk through, you're going to see people did not want to be in open work environments anymore. They wanted spaces they could huddle in and Zoom room call in. And so the days of the open office work environment have changed. So you're going to see some of that. Second is res-immersial. So in order to get people back into the space, they wanted it to feel cozy and warm like the home. So you're going to see many environments around the office with amazing furniture at different settings. Third theme is global. So Trulioo is a global company. They work with different companies around the world. And so as you came in today, you'll see the continents of the world featured, and that's really a homage to this global nature. But I would say the more important aspect of being global is actually our mural here behind our stair. This was done by a local muralist, Rory Doyle, and it represents the diversity and people at Trulioo. So we're really proud of it. Fun fact, it also showcases the colors of Trulioo's new brand, which was also done as part of the design. So on that note, let's get you through.
Let's do it. Let's do it. How you've designed the meeting room areas to create an equitable experience for remote and in-person workers. This is something that we're coming across with many showroom tours. And so what are some strategies or tips that you have for future?
Great question. A big topic and cost of our project was technology. So each meeting room is set up exactly the same with 2 screens, cameras, and microphones with Zoom room technology. It is simple and easy to use, and every meeting room has exactly the same setup, so that no matter where you are, no matter where you're calling in from, the experience is the same. We call it democratization of meeting rooms. Acoustics is also on all 2 walls of every meeting room, so it sounds the same no matter where you're calling in from, so someone doesn't feel shafted if they get the bad room. They're all good rooms here. So I think it's a really important concept that companies should be thinking about, because it makes the experience, no matter who's calling in, a good one.
Trends that we've been seeing in the workplace is providing employees with an element of choice as it relates to heads down work versus focus work. How have you provided that element of choice for Trulioo?
Yeah, so our plan makes up a ton of meeting rooms, and it kept me up at night thinking, oh my gosh, we've provided too many meeting rooms. But post-occupancy, they get used 100% of the time. There's all different types, from an open work environment behind us to a series of closed environments that we'll see as we walk through. The open work environments don't get used as much, but they still are used for collaboration.
There are so many amenity spaces in this project. I'm mind blown. Tell me about this space. Is this the library?
This is the library. This was a specific request from the staff during engagement. A big part of trying to get out of the house and back into the office was privacy. And people wanted a space where no Zoom room calls were allowed, where they could be 100% focused and no talking. So when you come into the library, it's shh. But it is a very well used space, and people book it for the day.
All right.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
I see you're enjoying the amenities.
Yes, I am. You're a good opponent. Thank you, Jake.
My pleasure. It's fun.
Jake's the business development manager here at Trulioo. I made friends with him.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, well, you guys are enjoying our space here in the Trulioo Cafe.
Thanks for the match.
Yeah,
Thank
thanks,
you.
Matt.
Take care.
This space is, it can house up to 300 people for Trulioo, and it's meant for all hands on deck meetings. They do games. Since coming back from COVID, they host lunches. Once a month, they do happy hours, and I'm going to let you guys check out the spot that we do the happy hours. It's a Dublin pub, and it pays homage to Trulioo's satellite office in Dublin. So I'll meet you back after you've checked that out.
Is this Space Uncovered's unexpected moment?
It is, and I also wanted to say that the furniture here has all been done by COI, and it's such a unique blend, and it really contributes to our residential feel. So I hope you like it.
So we've come to the end of this Spotlight Moments episode. It's been incredible seeing all the amazing design details and thoughtfulness that you've put into your design. Another amazing design by Edit Studios, but I wanted to get to the nitty gritty now of cost. How much was this build out?
Yeah, great question. So this build out took 7 months. We partnered with Turner Construction, who did the construction. And all in all, we landed around $200 a square foot, remembering that that was mid-pandemic when prices were skyrocketing. So the client is really happy with the space they got and the value that they got for that. We are sitting in the living room, as you mentioned, and I wanted to mention a big part of what makes this space res-immersial is just the mix of furniture. And as I mentioned, we partnered with COI to really bring that into the space, and it did make up a big chunk of our budget, but I do feel it really makes the space.
Thank you so much. It's always a pleasure working with you at Edit Studios, and thank you so much for your time today.
Yeah.
I think incredible design. I can't wait to see more about it. So
Thanks, Alexa.
thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching episode 4 of Spotlight Moments. If you like what you saw, please like, subscribe, and reshare.